Christine, our newest addition to the Better Kansas City team. All right, so makeup, hair, volumizer, Spanx. Women, we tend to spend a ton of time trying to fix things that we perceive to be imperfections.
Yeah, we certainly do. I know I am guilty of it. Makeup, everything adds to that. But a London transplant who's now a Kansas City resident is taking those imperfections and making them the focus of her designs, showing us that our differences are what make us beautiful. Why did you get in the bag business? How did that start?
Well, initially it was shoes. So I purchased some shoes and bags, and when they came, I noticed the quality was awful. And I told my husband I think I can do a better job myself.
And this is your first bag?
That's it right there, my first ever bag that I made.
And I love it because you brought it up and you're like, oh, this came out again. The strap came off again.
Oh yeah, like that, But I was learning, but I keep it there in my workshop as a reminder of where I started and look at the direction I'm heading in now.
How do you even start by making one of these guys?
It's a long process. It's about a good 4 hours. I start by cutting out the pieces, and so I have patterns that make the process a bit, less time consuming, but and I use interfacing as well to help give it some durability and stability.
I guess I never really thought about pieces of leather being imperfect, but there are pieces of imperfect leather.
Absolutely. It once lived and breathed, Yeah, absolutely. And so here's an example right there. Here's a scar, and I know many people might think that, they cut that out because it doesn't look good, but it's got character. It's got its own story, and so I absolutely incorporate that. And this is a gaping one here, which I'll figure out what to do, but it won't go to waste.
So I feel like if I look at this, I'd be like, how do you make a purse out of this? For example, over here, you have perfect edges, you have creases there. Where do these ideas come where you say, oh, I'm using that piece for that?
Like right here, this is going to be a piece I've seen for my clutch. Hence, with London, I kind of want to get that,
Of course.
And so, yeah, with that piece of scar there and there, it'll look beautiful. A friend of mine wanted me to make her a bag, and so she said, just look for something that's brown. I found this piece, and I thought, oh, this is really nice. I'll take it. So when I went up to pay for this piece, the attendant said to me, oh, somebody finally bought that. And I went, well, how long's it been there? Oh, it's been there about a year. And I was like, you're joking. And they're like, no. And so I did end up making the bag, obviously, for my friend. And then subsequently, I'd gone there to make other purchases. And then I showed them. They couldn't believe it.
Here's one of your final pieces that you have here. And this is something so unique. You really cannot get this anywhere else.
All my pieces are like that. All my bags, because of the scarring I use, you can't get the same scarring again. And just with the different levers and the way that I make them, they're all totally unique. So each bag literally there's only one of that bag in the world. My big thing is I believe we all have scars and imperfections that tell our story and make us who we are and give us character. And for that reason, I design what I do and create what I do to emphasize that and to show that it's not a bad thing.
That is so cool.
I could listen to her talk all day long. Going along with her message, though, a portion of her proceeds actually go to Stand for the Silent, which is a program that works with kids to address the issue of bullying and ultimately put an end to it. So I just love that she stays true to what she believes in.
And she's from London, so how did she wind up here in Kansas City?
Yeah, well, she actually came here to play soccer for Park University. She told me that after about a year, she picked up the phone, called her mom, and said, I'm not coming back. I'm staying here. So she did. She got married. She has a kid here, and she stayed and started her business.
Paris on the Plains, it has that effect on so many people.
Yeah,
come to Kansas City, and then you just don't want to
leave at all.
That's awesome. What a great story. Thanks, Christine. That was good.